It's kind of pathetic, you get all erratic about dirty dishes congesting the sink. I'm tired of your bothers, remember our fathers that dwelled in a world filled with rubbish and stink. But when all hope was lost, someone raised from the dust. He was handsome and cunning, his haircut had style, courage was shining in his eyes as he said, screw you guys, mind your own business, I'm off now, goodbye.
Huzzah, he's off now, goodbye.
Hello and welcome to Let's Get Physical, and this is a special one for me. This is my first collector's edition, so it's my first box, first art book, and a first multi-game. Like this has all 4 Deponia games, so this was my first of everything on a lot of this. So there's a lot of mistakes I've made. I've done more since then. I actually have a backlog of games I've done, so I got plenty of content. Let's go over what we have. Deponia is a point-and-click adventure game. It reminds me of a lot of the old-style LucasArts point-and-click adventure, so I really, really enjoyed this, because those are my type of... I would say, yeah, that's my favorite type of games. The box, this is... oh, man, the box. I feel that this is like the 5th or 6th version. I have just a standard format printer, so the max it prints is 8.5 by 14, which is legal. And I really want a large format. So because of limitations, I'm making this box. I had to print the top separately with the sides separately, and top and bottom, obviously. So, and then getting them to, uniformly merge together was an issue for me. And even though with limitations, I think it came out okay. There is better ways to do it, and there's ways to make it seamless. I was still learning in the process, and even though this one turned out okay, just a few mistakes like that's coming undone. And I need it. This is a vinyl sticker too. I wanted something a little robust and has like a good feel to it. Also, shininess. So it worked, and I am saving up for a large format printer so I can, print things bigger, so I can, be a little better to make these things. I did wrap it. So that part is, I didn't wrap the bottom. I was just tired of it. So I gave up halfway through on this one. I didn't care anymore. I was like, I got it to the top, I'm good. But for the most part, it turned out okay. I like the box. It's sturdy, and it's complete. That's the back. The game also came with the manual. If you get this on GOG, I'm pretty sure on Steam too, but I like to buy my games on GOG if I can. I have nothing against Steam. I have a huge library of Steam, so I just like the DRM-free format of GOG, which allows me to make these discs. I can put the install files on the disc, and we're good. But the manual came out pretty good. This is it comes with when you buy the collector's edition. I think I added this because even though the manual it didn't go all the way to the end, and I think I have the back too. I think the last 3 pages are me, because I had to pad it out so it can be divisible by 4, so you can print it and make it a manual. So I think I did that. I'm not sure. I'm 90% sure I did that, but I was able to make it and staple it. These are easy because manuals, you just have a staple in the middle. I have this bad boy here, if I can get it up. It looks janky. It looks like, it just looks... This is an actual thing, so you can fold, or, you can print manuals and stuff. So, like, it's designed so you can easily do that. Put it right in the center and staple it. You do it on the other side, obviously, but, yeah. So this is a long arm stapler. It looks like someone just threw it together and welded something together, but this is the actual product, and honestly, it works really well. So, looks can be deceiving. There are better ones out there, but this works for me. It's cheap, and I have not had a single issue. Not even a single jam on this thing. Every staple I've done it just does it. Not a jam, or not a... The only time it's ever had an issue is when I misaligned something, and that's on me. So, but yeah, so those are easy to make, and that goes up to like 50 pages. There are some manuals that, when you push 50 pages, it's best to start binding things. But for like manuals like this, easy. The game case is one of my first game cases. It turned out okay. I actually liked the cover, and the back. I wish I had the blurbs I have like on the other stuff, but it's okay. And another thing I don't like about this is that the inside is white. Normally I have printed something on the inside because it's a clear case, so it shows right through. For instance, like Death Road to Canada, which so like if you open it up, it has that background in it. So unfortunately, I didn't do that with this one. I learned that later. So I am going to redo this case only because this is 4 games and 4 soundtracks, so it's a total of 8 discs, and I couldn't fit them all. That's why there's these 2 here. These are the soundtrack for Goodbye Deponia and Chaos in Deponia. So yeah, I'm looking for a thinner case because I want to fit 8. I have this one. This is a broken one I have, but I have more. But this holds 8, but it's just too thick. There won't be enough room for anything else. And I designed this box before I measured everything and put it in place. So I definitely would. I learned that design everything first, then design the box around it. I mean, it's obvious, but I thought everything would fit. So again, simple lessons have to be learned. But yeah, so I can't get this thick and none of this other stuff will fit. So I'm looking for a case just slightly enough thicker to hold 8. I know they exist, it's just trying to find one that's at a decent price. So there's that. So then this is my first book. This is my first book I made, actually, printed and bound. I used a glue binding on this. I'm still learning the other like stitch binding and of all the other binds. I'm still researching and learning about it, but I decided to go with the glue bind in this one, and it worked fine. It was a semi-hard book. I didn't wrap it around. You can see like the sides, you can see the cardboard, but for the most part, it was fine. I glued it, and it was fine. But then over a couple days, it started to, I guess I got glue in places I shouldn't have, in cracks. And I didn't glue it right in some places, and it just came off. Like, there's a lot of things that I didn't do right on this. I mean, it did come out pretty good for the pages that did stick. And then I cut off some things. Like, it was just my first book, and yeah, it just didn't turn out as well as I hoped. And I think it was pretty good for my first try. This is the first try. So I think it turned out extremely well for my first and only try. But then I got better, and I learned how to do books. I've done like 12 or 13 now. And I decided that some art books are better in larger format than others. So yeah, I decided to make this one a larger book. And this time, pages aren't falling out. So it's really well bound, it's glued. But it came out really well. And I used some glossy paper. Not really high gloss, just normal gloss. It's kind of like brochure paper, but it's a little higher than brochure paper. It's good for like art images and stuff, like art books. So just enough shine just to make the art pop out. And it came out really well. I really like it. It was designed to be, folded in half like this, but I didn't like that. So I'm glad that I reformatted it. It was good that they actually cut right in the center of the book. And so I reformatted it to be able to print on, you know, large, just front and back. And it came out really well. So again, when you learn things, it's a skill. I learned a lot on YouTube and how to, you know, bind books, but even watching that, oh, wow, even watching the videos and reading about it doesn't really. You have to experience it and do and learn from it. Nothing wrong with learning from YouTube or reading about it. It's just that experience is the best teacher. But yeah, I'm really happy how this art book came out. This is actually on my shelf because I liked it so much. And I didn't cut anything off. Everything looks good. So I'm really happy. Went from this to this. So yeah, this is my first collector's edition. And now that I got this, I'm really happy how it turned out. It's separate from the book. I would like to have everything inside, but I realize that art books sometimes just can be on their own. So that is my Deponia collector's edition. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.